Hello, and welcome to coverage of the Naomi's Journey tournament for the custom standard format. So, Naomi's Journey is the first tournament since Vostum rotated in, and Hollow's Custom Core 18 and Janata rotated out. So, it's really exciting to see some of these new brews that people are pulling out. So, today's match is the Swiss Round 2 match between Zarepath and Cftsoc. Zarepath is on MonoBlack control. Basically aiming to have a bunch of removal and interaction and finish out the game with Avatar of the Abyss, which is a 5/5 Death Touch, which lightning helixes your opponent every time you play a swamp. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the table, we have Cftsoc, who's playing Blackless Harmonize Together. So, Harmonize Together is a mix of an aggro mid-range kind of combo deck based around a card from the latest set Vostum called Travel Together. It's not showing up here because I don't have the download, but it's 1 white for an enchantment that says whenever you would create a creature token, you create that token plus a nomad token, 1/1 human nomad token. So there's an infinite combo in this deck using Travel Together, Woopip Chef, and Soul of New Aloris, and centers around the Harmony mechanic, which basically means whenever you in turn 1 Despise on a hand on Cftsoc having literally 3 cards in hand, you just grab the Woopip Chef, or I guess, do you grab the Enthralling Actor or the Woopip Chef? It's actually an interesting question, because Woopip Chef just puts him off a play next turn. Yeah, okay, and then but then Enthralling Actor could draw him into some action. But yeah, anyways, back to explaining how the combo works. Harmonize is an ability that basically you can when you activate Harmony, you can choose which of your creature's Harmony abilities you want to activate. So Soul of New Aloris, you can tap 2 creatures to Harmonize. And Woopip Chef creates a Saproling token when you Harmonize, but then because of Travel Together, you create a Nomad token as well. So you essentially go infinite and create infinite tokens that way. There's also Festival Songstress. It provides redundancy for the combo, and there's also a tutor for Soul of New Aloris and Woopip Chef. Meanwhile, on going back to the game itself, Zarepath has landed a Corporate Confidant and a Merc Feeder, and basically can just start attacking down Cftsoc for 4 each turn, and then also draining him for 1, and keeps generating card advantage. Cftsoc can't play Enthralling Actor because despite Art Studio fixing, he needs a 4th land for it to be able to fix. And Zarepath can keep up Abyssal Strike, or actually at this point he's going to play Foog Indulgent Broker, who's one of the new Planeswalkers. You're going to +2 him. Yeah, basically, the crazy part about this is Banish, Abyssal Strike are good single target removal, and I guess Cftsoc has to discard Exciting Band 2 Foog. But Vibrant Raptor just loses Cftsoc the game. Because I think, unless you have a way to give the tokens haste, I don't think that you can kill in a turn. So, Zarepath can just Vibrant Rapture Cftsoc, even if he manages to go off, and has to discard the Soul of New Aloris, so there's little chance that he could go off. And yeah, this is looking like a wrap. For sure. Beautiful Crescendo. Yeah, no. Yeah, that was kind of a sad first game. Hopefully Cftsoc can pull this back in game 2, because that was a really unfortunate multi-4, and Zarepath just hit the ground running from there. Okay, so going into game 2, Zarepath has despised Cftsoc and grabs Enthralling Actor. Cftsoc this game does have a good keep. I'm able to run out the Humble Shepherd as a mana dork. And then Festival Songstress is, these are not bad cards in a fair plan. Of course, and Zarepath will be able to answer them though with Corporate Confidant as a blocker into turn 3 Eli can just start shooting down important creatures. Cftsoc does have 2 pieces of the combo though, Festival Songstress and Soul of New Aloris. Also of note is that Cftsoc just has more live cards than Zarepath right now. Zarepath has no answers. So once Cftsoc just starts playing more creatures, he could pretty comfortably just start attacking, essentially. You have 2/2/1s and a 3/2 that you're going to be playing next turn. So just run Zarepath out of cards. Also, Zarepath drew into a supply raid, which is generally a good piece of hand attack, but not as good when your opponent has a reasonable amount of board advantage. Yeah, it's going to run out the Eli. I think... So does Cftsoc attack into Eli here? So Cftsoc can play... Oh wait, is that the last piece of the combo? That is. So Cftsoc has all 3 pieces of the combo in hand. He's going to pay 4 for Soul of New Aloris. What Cftsoc can do here is he can just straight kill Eli this turn. Oh, he's not going to. Okay. I was thinking that he could kill Eli by attacking with both Humble Shepherds, activating a Soul of New Aloris' Harmonize by tapping both the sheep, and then buffing whichever one gets through. But I guess Cftsoc is just thinking that, like, if in response to that, maybe, in response to Zarepath shooting Humble Shepherd with the bullet is going to buff it up. Zarepath can choose to -2 now and just exile that Humble Shepherd, though. Yeah, okay, so he's going to -2, exile that Humble Shepherd. Now, Zarepath basically is... So Zarepath is going to, one way or another, hand attack Cftsoc, so I guess if he runs out Foog, then Cftsoc is going to have to give up one of the combo pieces. But if Cftsoc, or if he uses... I guess actually... Either way, Cftsoc is going to lose one of the combo pieces here, which is kind of a problem. And yeah, he's going to pay 4 for Foog. Yup. And this is kind of backbreaking. Not backbreaking, but it's very annoying. Because... Oh, it's going to -3? Oh, no. Actually, -3ing there is like... Zarepath can't know this because the chances of Cftsoc having the 2 cards that allow him to combo off are like astronomically low. Oh, and there's the redundancy with Whoopip Chef. But yeah, now Cftsoc just plays Festival Strongstress, plays Travel Together, or plays Whoopip Chef, plays Travel Together, and then just goes off. Of course, he can't win this turn. So, or as far as I know, he can't win this turn. But he generates an infinitely large board, so Zarepath will have to top deck a Vibrant Rapture to be able to stop him. So yep, runs out the Travel Together. And 2 for the Whoopip Chef. Yep. Here we go. So each round gets a Saproling plus a Nomad. And then just taps both of them. Trigger Soul of New Aloris. Taps 2 to trigger the Harmonize and Soul of New Aloris. And then harmonizes Whoopip Chef. And then you just go infinite. You get an infinite number of tapped 1/1 tokens. Oh, that's actually an interesting strategy. Not doing it on his own turn. Because this precludes Zarepath being able to top deck into Vibrant Rapture. So now Cftsoc just does it on Zarepath's end step and kills him. And Zarepath hit a swamp, so it kind of doesn't matter. Okay, he's going to +1 Foog. He's going to grab the Festival Songstress. Doesn't really matter. And gets an Eli Bullet. Eli Bullet comes in tapped though, so it can't kill anything. Avatar of the Abyss, like, it's a card, but... Yeah, I don't think Zarepath has any... Yeah, so on end, Cftsoc goes infinite. Yep. And yeah, Zarepath's going to scoop there. What a difference in luck from Game 1 to Game 2. So, we're heading to a Game 3 here. So, I didn't look at sideboards between Game 1 and Game 2, but let me do that quickly now. So, it looks like the Taken for Questioning, Rejoicing Aristocrats, Wander, Essence Scatter, these are all for, like, to convert into a more mid-rangey type deck. I think the only thing that might come in is a Taken for Questioning on a Walker, but I think in general, like, Taken for Questioning on Walkers are like the big finishers because otherwise Cftsoc doesn't have any interaction, but I don't even know that Cftsoc needs to side anything out. The main deck is pretty reasonable versus Zarepath's deck anyways. Meanwhile, on Zarepath's end, I think probably Self-Destruct Sequence as another wipe would be much appreciated, but I guess wipes don't matter if you can go off at instant speed, so I guess just more instant speed interaction, like, because I guess you need a combination of instant speed interaction like Lethal Dose, and wipes like a self-destruct sequence. So probably bringing in Despise for sure, because you need more hand attack turn 1. So Despise, Imperial Brutality, self-destruct sequence, and the lethal dose in exchange for maybe the Defiance. Epic of Initiative I can't see being super great here, because you don't. If you're going to the late game, you're winning anyways. Supply rate is definitely good. And maybe cut back on some of the creatures. That's what I might think of. Anyways, looks like they're already pretty far into game 3 here. Cftsoc played having a travel together and a protect the farm. Meanwhile, having to discard a Festival of Songstress to Zarepath's Despise. Zarepath has a second Despise, but that's not useful against its travel together. Beautiful Crescendo can search up for another Festival Songstress, or can just grab Soul of New Aloris. I think at this point, if you're Cftsoc, you probably want to grab the Festival Songstress. Oh no, is going to use Fractured Remnants to play another travel together. Oh, and he gets 2 Nomads off of the Protect the Farm, yeah. And I guess Beautiful Crescendo is an instant, so can do it on Zarepath's end step. Okay, Zarepath now has a choice. It's probably going to play Foog and then +1. If you're Zarepath, do you play Foog, and then +1, or do you Eli? I think Eliing is way worse, because you only get to kill 1 creature, and Tradition is good in Grinder matchups, but like, I don't know if it's what you want to do now. If when your opponent already has travel together. Oh, okay, he's just going to play a Tradition. And this gives... it's going to mill 2 swamps. That's like, not the worst hit possible. The worst hit possible would be relevant cards. At least it's taking the swamps off the top of his library. But you definitely want cards you can actually play with Tradition. Meanwhile, on end step, it's going to crack the Ascending Spires. Wait, actually, because the Plains is wasted due to Fractured Remnant, can he actually Beautiful Crescendo on end step? He can't. No, okay. But that does give 3 more tokens. So I guess that's why, actually, then it makes sense why Zarepath didn't Foog, because Foog would get to +1 and then would immediately die. And has another land drop. At this point, yeah, Zarepath might just be overrun by sheer tokens. Attacking for 6. So the life gain from Tradition definitely handy. Yeah, without a source of card advantage, I don't know what Zarepath... I guess Tradition is kind of a source of card advantage, but it only really helps him in this situation if he hits Self-Destruct Sequence, and even that Self-Destruct Sequence is probably too slow. Okay, milling a Corporate Confidant and a Supply Raid. Corporate Confidant, not super helpful. Supply Raid, also not super helpful. This Coral Barons, this Coral Barons might actually be good. Just shoot down his Sunlit Plaza to cut him off green. Or maybe actually... shoot the Fractured Remnant to cut him off most of his colors. No, okay, he's going to play Foog. Foog is going to immediately die here. So, I guess just using it as one-off hand attack. Yeah. Oh, is taking... Because Foog makes them hide one of the cards, you can get some interesting mind games. So, Zarepath gets to keep the Beautiful Crescendo, but... sorry, not Zarepath. Cftsoc gets to keep the Beautiful Crescendo, but what is Zarepath taking out of these two? And yeah, it takes the Humble Shepherd. That's actually an interesting move. I think if I was Zarepath, I would have taken the Plains, because the Plains represents 3 more tokens. On end step, yes, Cftsoc going to be playing the Beautiful Crescendo. So if you're Cftsoc, do you just... Yeah, you get the Soul of New Aloris. And this way, Cftsoc can play the Soul of New Aloris and then the Plains, and then use the tokens that are created by playing the Plains to buff up some of the existing ones. So Cftsoc has a faster clock. Yeah, I don't see a good way out of this for Zarepath. Especially because next turn, Cftsoc will have 6 mana and will be able to crack Protect the Farm, which I think at that point that's more than enough damage to kill Zarepath next turn. So Zarepath needs to draw into a wipe this turn. Oh, and even if Zarepath draws into a wipe. Oh wait, they have Vigilance. Oh my god. So so before damage, Cftsoc can use Soul of New Loris' ability to buff them up because they don't tap from attacking. So it's just lethal this turn, I think. Yeah, wow. The Vigilance actually coming in hella clutch. So good games to both players, but Cftsoc taking the set 2-1 after that unfortunate first game. Yeah, having a bunch of wipes and interaction makes this matchup, I think, good for MonoBlack control, but the ability to combo off at instant speed due to Soul of New Loris, and like the tutors acting as redundancy plus the general aggro plan being so good even without the combo makes it less one-sided than it might first appear. Also, if you don't draw your wipes, you kind of can't fight. So, anyways, good games to both players. Until next time, this is Caillou signing off.